So I got my first video out of the way. I hadn't made one in a little while, probably close to a month. So I made a quick one. I guess it was yesterday. Wanted to make a better one today, and this is going to be a really good one, guys. There's a lot here, and this is going to be a longer video probably, but hopefully you don't mind. I picked up a lot of really cool cards, and I actually got a bunch of autographs today. So I figured this would be good timing to just make a video while they're fresh in my mind, and I'm like super excited about them. So where should we start? All right, let's start with the attack. So I showed a couple Coleys yesterday. Just wanted to show some other cards from the set. That's the base Tendulkar. This is a kind of a sneaky card here. Picked up a couple of these. This is probably my third, but best all-rounder in the world and has been for quite a while. This is him with the baby face, but this is not only a rare card, but this is his rookie card. So definitely a cool card, and this one's in pretty sharp condition. As you know, attacks are typically not in great condition. Does that card have value, quote unquote? Like, probably not a ton right now. There's probably not a ton of people that are collecting him, but as far as like rare cards of great players, like that's a great rookie card. MS Dhoni, another really sharp copy. So happy to have that. That's the base card, and this is his sought after silver. I don't think he has a gold in 2011, so this is his best card from the 2011 set. Not his rookie card, as I've shown in previous videos. He has this 2008 Pepsi lenticular card. He also has a 2009, a couple 2009 cards. I showed one of them in the video yesterday, which was the top trumps. And then Sachin actually has two gold cards in the 2011 set. This one is the kind of more common one, and you can see there's some damage on the face there, so that would knock down the grade quite a bit. But it's a shame because otherwise it's a pretty nice card. You'll see this a lot with attacks, especially the golds. Really hard to get a card that's anywhere near mint. They have these print lines, as you can see there, which I'm pretty sure PSA would hammer pretty bad, even though those are right out of the pack. Then you've also got a lot of chipping and wear and stuff like that. So in the grand scheme of things, that's actually a decent copy. And then here is his really sought after 101 card. And again, this is a pretty typical condition. This was probably the most popular card of the most popular year of the most popular Indian set. So a lot of kids would have handled this and traded it, or probably just brought it to school and showed it off to their friends because their friends all were looking for it. So that's the 101. All right, so now that we've got the more modern out of the way, I wanted to get to some of the vintage pickups I've gotten lately. Starting with some autograph cards. Most of these are Hall of Famers. One exception, Les Ames. You can see here he signed his name Leslie Ames. Probably will be in the Hall of Fame at some point. One of the greatest wicketkeeper batsmen of all time. This is his 1935 Carreras, which is signed, and you can tell that's a really old signature. A lot of these players are actually unfortunately passed away, which makes it that much kind of more neat and special to have autographs from them. But this is a cool card. This is his 1930, I want to say 36 Ardath. And one of the cool things about this card, not only is it signed, but he actually signed it on both sides. I don't think that brings any extra value to it, but I just think it's super cool. Again, he's actually not the one batting here. Ames is actually the wicketkeeper, and his face is up there. So those are my Les Ames cards. This is a set from, I want to say 1956 or 57, the Cricket Clubs and Badges, but that's a Colin Cowdery autograph. Rohan Kanhai, so famous West Indies batter. I got two Peter May autographed cards. So that's the same the badges, and then this is a Radio Fun from the 50s. I want to say this one's also in a similar time period, like around 57-ish. But so just a little bit of background, like autographed cards have always been cool to me, but I've never actually gone after autographs of, cards that are, 50 plus years old of in this case Hall of Fame players. So here's another Hall of Famer. This is Richards. So that's not Viv Richards. This is Barry Richards, who also is one of the greatest batters of all time, and that's his South Africa badge. David Gower. This was a card that I did not have. I actually had another David Gower autograph, but this is a County Print Services card from the 1990-91 cricket team, and I'm not sure if these hold a ton of value, but they are pretty rare. I think some of these sets they only printed a few hundred copies of. Moving on to Dennis Compton. So Dennis Compton was one of the most popular men in England, just a huge personality, great cricketer, Hall of Famer, and became a great kind of announcer and just like advocate for the game. Just stayed very beloved. And this is a really cool one. So I was really happy to add this to my collection. This is his rookie card. So, his more common rookie card, the 1938 players, with a really, really nifty signature. So just a really cool autograph. You can see it almost exemplifies his big personality, the big swoop, and just really, really, really sharp autographs. I've talked a lot about Len Hutton on this channel. One of my favorite players to collect, Sir Leonard Hutton, so knighted for his services to cricket. But this is his cricket clubs and badges for Yorkshire. This is his turf, and these are from the early 50s. I think this is from like 1950. So that's a pretty cool one. And then this one's probably my favorite card in the whole batch. The 1938 Len Hutton rookie card. Again, the more common John players. But look at that signature. And not only did he sign it, but he wrote 1938 on it with his career best high score of 364. So I'd like to imagine he actually signed this in 1938, but who knows? It's probably years later and just signed it in 1938. But just a really, really cool card. Next up, Alec Bedser. So this is one of his first cards. And these turfs, a lot of times they can be pretty bad condition, but these are really sharp, like well cut. These were obviously hand cut, but they always are. It's a really sharp signature on there. Richie Binaud. This is his cane, one of his earlier cards. This might actually be a rookie card. I think this is a rookie card for Richie Binaud, and getting it autographed is pretty cool. Ted Dexter. He actually doesn't have a lot of cards. This is obviously not a personal card for him. This is the Sussex Club, but I want to say Ted Dexter's first and maybe only card that I have, at least. I'm sure he has later ones, but he has a what year was that? 1959, I believe. He has a Barrett card that looks a lot like the Gary Sobers card, but it's not the same set. It's from a few years later. So this is actually earlier than that, but again, like that's not a Ted Dexter card. And then two non-cricketers that I just thought were super cool. So Roger Bannister was the first man to break the 4-minute mile, which a lot of people thought could never be done. So this is I think this is actually his second card. This is a 1956 Cadet Suites. I think he has a German card I've heard from 1954 or something, but this is a really cool card, and signed by Roger Bannister, who is very, very, very famous for showing people that you can do the impossible. And then the Wizard of Dribble, Sir Stanley Matthews. So I've collected his cards for a while. This is my first autograph of his. Definitely not an early card for him. This is a later card for him. from the late 50s. But happy to grab an autograph, especially an autographed card, which was super neat. And I'll finish up with some really cool vintage cards I picked up. So I got another Sidney Barnes rookie, which was just happy to do. Perhaps the greatest bowler of all time, and one of my favorite sets, which obviously still would still pick the Jack Hobbs rookie over this one, but it's a really tough choice when you're talking about one of the greatest bowlers versus one of the greatest batters. And it's just a really classy card. I love the red hat and the gray writing. I showed this on Ryan Nolan's video, but I picked up. This is the Monty Noble rookie card from 1899. So was happy to finally grab one of those. The tab has been cut off, but that's all right. Another really prominent player from the age was Tom Richardson. So there's also his tab cut off there. I don't think I actually showed this on the channel, so I wanted to just catch up on this. This is one of my favorite cards I've ever gotten. This is the George Headley Smalls 1930, one of Headley's only cards. This is a rookie card, and just, to me, an amazing piece of history. There's probably less than 100 of these in the whole world. I've heard from someone I admire and trust that there possibly were less than 100 of this card even printed. It was such a small operation out of Northern Australia. I think it was Queensland, actually. But I never thought I would get this card. Was really, 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 really appreciative when I had the opportunity to grab it. So I definitely never thought I would have an opportunity to get a second one. Very rare to get a chance to even come across one of these, and I was able to actually upgrade this card. So I now have 2 copies of the Headley. And to be honest, I couldn't be happier. Of all cards to have 2 copies of, that's amazing. There's actually another Headley from this same set, so there were 2 Headleys in this set. So I'll hold on to both of these and hope at some point that somebody is willing to trade the other Headley for one of these, or Constantine. Same thing happened with Larwood. So I picked up the Larwood McNivens, which is maybe Larwood's rarest card. Is it a rookie card? I don't know. Is the Bradman McNivens rookie card? I don't know, but it kind of doesn't matter. They're from 1928-29 season, same as the Wills, same as the Ogdens. So, similar to Bradman, who's, Bradman's McNivens are going for about $5,000 each. So Larwood's, not nearly at that level. But I picked up one, was ecstatic to do so, and then one came up in even better condition, so I was able to upgrade there. So I've got two Larwood McNivens, which I was happy to just even have one of those. And just by comparison's sake, this is his Will's rookie, which is obviously also a super cool card, but there's something about the McNivens. It's just really neat. And I'll finish up over here with one of my favorite players to collect. And, apart from Bradman, probably the most iconic cricketer of the pre-war era, and probably most iconic Australian cricketer, really apart from Bradman and Warren, I would say. I'm sure people would argue with that, but Trumper was an absolute monster and really the answer to W.G. Grace from Australia of the era. So here are the Wills 1911s, and there's a few different backs of these. There's the capstan with a series of 50. There's the capstan that just is a series of. There's the Vice Regal series of 50 and the Vice Regal series of. But they're the 2 rare backs are the BAT, which is the floral design, which is the most rare. And there's one other, but this is the BAT. So was happy to grab this. I didn't have the Trumper here, and this is actually one of the nicest condition BATs I had seen. So you can see it's the floral design. It doesn't say the tobacco company because I think it was licensing or something like that. But yeah, you can see at the top it does not say Wills on it, but it's the same card otherwise. A little bit more common card. This is like 1909, 1910, Vice Regal. My favorite design of the era, perhaps. I'm a big fisherman and love the fish in the top of here and the bottom. Great pose too. And then was able to pick up a couple really, really iconic trumpers. The Phillips Guinea Gold, which, these look a lot like the Ogdens, but they're not. This is a 1900 is the year for this. So one of Trumper's first cards. And it would be my earliest trumper. These are blank back. It would be my earliest trumper if not for the fact that I did pick up his 1899 Ogdens. And this one has the tab cut off. That's all right. I still enjoy it, but I don't enjoy it as much as this one that doesn't have the tab cut off. So neither one of these is in great condition. This is the Trumper rookie that I have been searching for, one of the last of the rookie cards that I didn't have. So I think I've got 8 left. I think I've got 90. I've actually got 91 of the 98 Cricket Hall of Famers rookie cards now. So I've got 7 left. I actually picked up 1 or 2 other recently, and I got to find those and put them in another video. But anyway, that was a little bit of a longer video, but a lot to share. Still having a lot of fun with collecting. There really is just so much to collect, and some of these rabbit holes, you got to be careful because, next thing you know, you're going after Headley and you're going after McNivens, and, the 1899s are just super hard to find and not cheap. And don't get me started on collecting autographs. You can do it, right? Like if you went after signed baseball Hall of Fame cards from their playing days, you probably would be able to afford one of those cards for the price that I paid for all these. So anyway, just having a lot of fun with it, and hopefully this was informative and fun.